itty bitty living space. Infinite cosmic power! What's up, guys? I'm Nicholas from the Single Dad Nomad, and today I'm going to give you a sneak peek into what it's like tiny home living in Hong Kong.
8, 9, 10, go!
This is a difficult angle to catch. I'm kind of up and over top some stuff here, but just want to give you a quick view of what the entire room looks like. So you can basically see everything, bathroom and bedroom / living room / the entire place. Starting with the beds, you can see mine is right there, and Auburn's is right there. Hers is obviously decorated with all of her animals, and that's actually a blanket that was mine when I was a baby, and it just managed to stay clean. I think my parents took good care of it. She's got her books and some notebooks that we keep right there. We move those at night when she's sleeping. We have a table in between us where we eat and I get my work done. Obviously I have some books and stuff of my own sitting right there. So you can see my bed. My daughter likes this one-armed moose to protect my bed, so one-armed moose usually stays with me. We have a window overlooking the city here, so you can just see down to the street. Not a super good view, but you can see, you know, we do get some skylight right there, and at nighttime when my daughter sees the sunset out that little crack right there, she's like, oh, such a beautiful sunset. She's very easy to please. But this is Tsim Sha Tsui in Hong Kong. Let's see what else I got. Okay, so I use the windowsill right here to hang on to things like my power bank, sticky notes that I can write on, also my headphones and my Kindles down there too, my daughter's hairbrush, just so we always have it. Yeah, so there's the beds just right next to each other, just this gap between them, so we share space obviously. Just getting a view from the other side of the room. You can see here's the end of the beds, and I got some towels hanging up, the mirror, calendar, the fridge. Here's my laundry bag. I have a water bottle that my daughter got a hold of, and she put all these stickers on it. I actually just left them because I think it's kind of cute. And I can see I keep my stuff here. I got a bowl for my wallet and my sunglasses. Got to keep my hat up here. Some dried food, beans, raisins, rice, oatmeal, different medicines and things like that. Sunscreen, just stuff that we might need straight away, you know. Up on top we have a little shelf. You can see I got my coffee, my tea. Yeah. You see a bowl of fruit. Just kind of keep that on there just in case like a fly gets in or something. Helps keep flies out. You know, peanut butter, some other medicines, spices, things like that. Just some coins and pens in there. This is where we keep our shoes, so I like to stack them up to save space. And down there we have a trash can, my basketball, just one of Auburn's bags full of toys, and then let's take a quick look under the bed. So down here, this is where I keep the dishes. So I use this, you know, just a regular box, and then I have bowls and cups, knife, peeler, maybe I can't say that word right, spoons and stuff, everything down there. And I keep this towel on top of it, because even though it's underneath my bed, I was noticing before I had that, my dishes were getting just a little bit like dusty, and so I'd have to clean them off every time I wanted to eat. So I just put that towel on that to help keep that. And I got Auburn's toy box right here, just my bags down here with clothes we're not wearing, etc. Here's our rice cooker and steamer. I keep it underneath the table, of course. Just easy to move, really small. And then if I want to cook, I just place it up there and plug it into the wall. And then I just cook right on top of the fridge. Also used to just see more toys, more bags. And last but not least is the bathroom. And I think this is the most unique for Americans, is that it's a very small bathroom. And you can see that the shower system here isn't separated from the toilet and the sink. It's what's known as a wet bathroom. So we got Auburn's toys down here, the toilet obviously, the tank is all the way up there. Yeah, and so I'll just kind of demonstrate. If you're taking a shower here, you just turn on the water, and it just goes like that, and you see it just sprays all over the place, and And you can just spray the sink if you want. When you need to clean it, just spray it. When you need to clean the toilet, just spray it. You know, and there's a drain down there, and it all just drains away. Really makes it easy to clean the bathroom if I ever need to. But then you'll see, like, after a shower, you'll have toilet seat will be all wet, so I'm just gonna flip it around a few times. I can dry it off if I need to, but yeah, so that is basically what it's like living in, you know, the small places in Hong Kong. You usually can't get a big place unless you're making a ton of money and you want to invest it back into the place you're living in. Some people do have that, some people do that, and they have really nice places in Hong Kong, but you know, we're just living small time living, you know, budget, family, single parent travel. Like, I can't afford one of those big places, and besides, I don't need that. Auburn and I like this quite a lot. One of the things that I just really want to comment about living in a small place like this is it reminds me of the line in Aladdin, and I might not get this right, but it's when the genie talks about having like infinite cosmic power, living space. This kind of reminds me of that. Like, you have this small area, and it might seem like it's congesting or restricting in some way, but really it's so freeing, and it gives you so much power because, you know, I cleaned up this room before I made this video, and it took me 20-30 minutes to clean up everything, and I had an entire set of dishes to do. I had to make both the beds, you know, I swept up, I basically just cleaned everything. It didn't take me more than a half hour, you know, and I was watching some political news at the time too, so that kind of gives you a sense that I'm not even working that hard while I'm cleaning it up. And that's what I love about having a small place like this. It's so easy to clean, so easy to manage. It really reduces your carbon footprint, reduces the amount of work you need to do to maintain your life. And so that's why I feel it's like itty bitty living space, infinite cosmic power. Okay, I'm not gonna give too many Disney references. I probably do that too much since I have a 5-year-old. If you're interested in tiny home living, Hong Kong is a good place for it. You could get a place like this for maybe $500 a month, something like that. This place is a little bit more expensive than that just because of the location we're in. You could find, you know, different location, same kind of setup for probably about $500, maybe $450 would be about the cheapest you could find in Hong Kong. If you find anything cheaper than that, you might be living in a closet or a coffin or in a sewer. Hong Kong's just an expensive city, so do what you can to maintain your lifestyle in an expensive city like this. And for us, that means enjoying the tiny home living. So thanks for watching the video. This has been Tiny Home Living in Hong Kong. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ask me some questions about what it's like to live here. I'm happy to answer them, maybe in the next video, or I'll just talk to you down in the comments. It's totally cool. Hit me up on Instagram, The Single Dad Nomad. Find us on Facebook, The Single Dad Nomad also.